Hey guys, welcome to another FIFA 18 video on my channel. Today will be another squad builder video, this time around the 5-2-1-2 formation. I wanted to do a 5 at the back formation pretty early on, because it's a formation that not many people will use. I've done, again, it's very similar when I did the 3-5-2 formation. This is a much more defensive formation, and this will be mainly a team you want to use when you're going to be playing against better people effectively. So it's going to be a cheap 5-2-1-2 squad builder today. In my opinion, you want a very strong back line, obviously. You need pace in the back three, and you want your fullbacks to be very good players as well, because they will be very important to this formation. So starting off with the two wing backs, I wanted to have actually, let's start with the strikers. That is how I started building this team. In my opinion, if you're using this formation, you'll be under the cosh for most of the game. The opposition will have most of the ball, so you will need to be hitting them on the counter-attack. So you want pace up front. I've come up against, I think I've only come up against maybe 2 people who've used this formation in the weekend league. And both times they had absolute rapid players in the striker and cam position and really hurt me. So I would say you want pace up front. So going through the cheap strikers who have a lot of pace, there were a couple of standouts. So the main one that stood out was someone who is fantastic every single FIFA game, and that is Seydou Doumbia. So he's at Sporting Lisbon now, 91 pace, 77 shooting, 77 dribbling. He's got great all-round stats, and obviously an awful lot of pace as well. So 4-star weak foot, 4-star skills as well. Can't go wrong. He cost me around 1,500 coins. Pretty decent, I thought, purchase at at this stage in the game. So the next to him, again, I wanted pace. That was the main thing, but you need decent technical stats on top of that. And I didn't want to just go down. I like to mix it up with my teams, like the leagues that I'm using. I don't want to just do a full one league team. I try and mix it up. So looking through the strikers, looking through different leagues, I found someone who was good on FIFA 16. He was one of my favourite cheap players. Then FIFA 17 he had a position change, so he wasn't as good. But this year he's back at striker, and that is Rodrigo, who is at Valencia. So here he is. He was a right winger last year, I think, so that didn't make him as exciting a card to use. But he's back at striker. He's got 91 pace, 78 dribbling, 75 shooting, very similar card to Doumbia, and again, same price as Doumbia as well. And he was actually cost a bit more as well, because this was doing the squad builders where you needed Spanish players from La Liga, so that upped his price a bit too. So you could probably get him for a fair bit cheaper now as well. So you got a nice front two with a lot of pace. I also wanted the cam to have pace as well, because the way this team is going to work, you're going to have the 5 at the back defending, the 2 midfielders are going to be in the back as well, helping out. And when you want to hit them on the counter, you'll have a 3-man attack trying to break down that defence. So you want pace to burn up front. So we're going for maybe a bit of an unusual player in here, someone who won't get used much at all on this game, and I've not got that spelling right. It is Pedence. He plays for Sporting Lisbon, so he gets a strong link to Doumbia. Personally, I would rather I would rather better passing and shooting on this cam, but I needed strong links to the strikers, as they don't get a link to each other. So there needed to be strong links in here, so he was the standout player for this position. So admittedly, not very good shooting or passing, but he's got fantastic pace and dribbling, which will cause the opposition problems, and 4-star weak foot, 4-star skills, and he goes for discard price as well. So yeah, you may as well try him. He lacks height, that's one of his problems, and physical, but hopefully if you're going to be counter-attacking a lot, that won't matter as much. So because of that, it means Rodrigo needs a perfect link into midfield. So we're going for another player who I don't think many people will use, because they'll be put off by his pace. But he was easily the best player in this team when I use this team. It's Daniel Parejo. He only has 52 pace, which is going to be very off-putting. I agree. I was a bit unsure about putting him in, but then he's got those phenomenal technical stats. 77 shooting for a midfielder is fantastic, and then 87 passing. So he slotted into the centre midfielder, and honestly he was the best player in this team by so much. He scored 4 goals and got 2 assists in the 2 games I played with this team, that's unbelievable. 4-star weak foot as well. Only 1,000 coins at the time for an 82 rated player who was Spanish and same Spanish league, so his price was inflated already. Honestly, I would definitely advise using him. He was absolutely fantastic. Best player in this team by a country mile. So he goes in there. So we're leaving this centre midfielder spot. We'll need a strong link to Potence, which would obviously get the link to Dumbia that he needs. So I'm going for someone who I have actually seen in quite a lot of teams already. That is going to be Danilo Pereira from FC Porto. Fantastic stats for a holding midfielder, as that is going to be his job in this team. Just the 1,000 coins he costs. He's got the right work rates you want as well. Fantastic defence and physical. Yeah, very solid player in there. So currently Danilo will won't be on full chemistry. He needs at least one more. No, he needs at least a green link to him. And Parejo also needs at least a green link to go into him too. So my thinking was I will link these up with the wing back positions. So coming in at left back, this was tricky because a lot of these players cost a lot. So we're going with Costa, who is at Villarreal. Yes, he will come in at left back. Very good all-round stats for a full-back. He costs 2,000 coins, mainly because of this, because of the League Squad Builder Challenge. So I would use someone you like in there. If you need someone cheaper, go ahead. But yeah, prices were inflated for me at this point, so 2,000 coins is about the cheapest I could get for at least a half-decent wing-back. I would go for high work rates in this wing-back position. That's my personal preference, as they need to act as wingers in this team as well. So on the other side, we're going for exactly the same method. We want the strong link to Danilo Pereira, as well as high work rates, good all-round stats, so there's an absolute obvious standout player to use. And he was my favourite right back on FIFA 17. That's Ricardo Pereira. He's back at Porto now. He was at Nice last year. He's had a very nice upgrade to an 80 rated card. 88 pace, 81 dribbling, 77 defending, 77 passing. Fantastic card to use. So and only 900 coins. Absolute bargain. So that means everyone in this team currently has a strong link. So we just need to build a back four with the 3 centre-backs and goalkeeper, and I decided to go down a Premier League route because you have so many good centre-backs in the Premier League. So we're starting with Eloquim Mangala on the left side, very good all-round stats. Then into the centre we have a strong link to John Stones, who again maybe not the best choice, but I think he's pretty decent. You want someone with decent passing in this central position. All of them need pace, but some decent passing for the centre one in particular is needed. Then we'll be going for an absolute bargain in Ashley Williams, who's a non-rare card now, but he's got fantastic stats still, only 1,000 coins, can't go wrong. Only thing then is you need a strong link into Ashley Williams, so we'll go for his club mate Jordan Pickford. Just a standard, solid Premier League goalkeeper. So this team will cost you roughly just over 10,000 coins, probably between 10 and 12,000. Pretty decent for the players that are in it. It works perfectly for a counter-attacking team. Yeah, and it's got a really nice balance. The highlights will be shown now on the screen. Parejo pops up with some fantastic goals in these highlights as well. Absolute fantastic player. He's the standout player. As for the custom tactics, you want the I would set Danilo Pereira to stay back while attacking, and then you want the strikers to get in behind and be aggressive in interceptions. That's about it. And then as for the actual custom tactics, you you want to set what you're used to. You want low pressure, obviously, because there's a 5 at the back formation, and you want high speed, but apart from that, just tinker with it until you find something that suits you. So I'll leave you with the highlights now for this video, for this team I should say. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. 2 quick and easy God, I'm getting my words muddled up this episode, sorry guys. 2 quick and easy clicks for you guys that mean an absolute massive amount to every YouTuber out there. Nothing better than seeing people like your videos, subscribing to your channel and leaving comments saying that they enjoyed the video. So yeah, that's going to be it guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll be back for the next video too.